Here again, and as you can tell, I'm outside. I'm outside in my backyard where we have lots of trees all around our house, and it's shady and it just feels good, and I'm just thankful for all that God made. Last week we talked about him making the sky and the land, and after he made the sky and the land, in Genesis 1:31 it says that he looked at what he had made and it was good. So today we're going to talk about him making the plants. And he looked at the land that he'd made, the dirt. There's, you might find when you're going outside, you might find in your yard some dirt or some sand. We find sand at the beach, don't we, next to the water, and maybe some little rocks. So I found all of this in my yard, and so that's what the land looked like. So there's dirt and there's rocks. So then God said, I think I'll make some grass, some pretty green grass. And so he created grass. And like our picture here, he put grass on the dirt, and that grass might can kind of wave in the wind. The wind will blow it and it looks really pretty. I hear the wind blowing out here in my trees. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but you might hear some birds chirping. And I hear a woodpecker. He's pecking on one of our trees. I don't know if you can hear it on this video, but I know he's there. I can hear him. So the wind blows the grass, looks really pretty. And so then God thought, people are gonna need food. So he created plants that we could eat. So he created some plants that will grow on the earth, on the land, in the dirt. There's some tomatoes right here and some corn here. So we can grow plants that have vegetables on them so that we can eat those. I don't have a garden here, but I have some tomato plants, and right now it's the little bitty tomatoes and they're green. So they're gonna turn red soon, and I'm gonna pick them off there and eat them. And I have some herbs growing, some rosemary and some thyme and some basil. I also have some lavender growing. So I don't have a garden. Some of you may have gardens at your house. I know Tag does. He's got a garden and it's looking pretty good. But those gardens grow and produce fruit and vegetables so that we can have food to eat. And those are some things that God created. Had he not created those things for us, we wouldn't have them. So we are so very thankful that God did this for us. And then next, God created trees to grow on the land and on the ground. He created all kinds of trees. There's apple trees and fruit trees. There's just palm trees that you might see near the beach, trees and coconuts, a coconut tree. He just made all kinds of things for us to enjoy on the earth. And again, always be thankful for what God has created for us. So once he created all of these plants, there's some grapes right here. Grapes grow on a vine. So he just was very creative with what he gave us and the things that he gave us to eat. Another thing that we can do with trees that he created is we can cut those trees down and use the wood to build buildings, to build our homes, to build maybe a playhouse, some big buildings, wood to build churches. But one thing about if we use trees for wood to build buildings, we need to always replant trees. If you cut down a tree to use it, plant another one so that it can grow up and be used by someone else. So we should always, if we use the trees, plant another tree, like Christmas trees. We go to a Christmas tree farm and cut down our Christmas tree, but the people that own the farm, every year they are always planting more trees so that as they grow, it takes them a little while to grow to get to be big enough to be a Christmas tree. So they are always planting more trees, and that's the way that we need to do that. God gave us the earth and the water from the rain so that all of our plants could grow. Some of our plants grow flowers just to be pretty. Flowers that we might cut and bring inside to just make our homes beautiful. So that's another thing that we can be thankful for, is the plants that grow flowers. So just think about it. Go for a nature walk. Like if you did your nature walk last week, do another one. And just look at all of the plants that God created for you. And when you see those plants, just thank Him while you're doing your nature walk. Say, thank you, God, for all of these plants that you made for us. So next week, we're going to talk about some other things that God created. So don't forget to watch next week. So far, God's created the sky and the land and plants. So our memory verse for this week it's a little bit long, but we're going to shorten it a little bit. And it's found in Genesis 1:11. And it says, God said, let the land produce plants. And it goes into tell a little bit more about what those plants are, but we can just shorten it to say, God said, let the land produce plants. And then after He created the plants, I'm sure, just like last week, like it says in Genesis 1:31, He looked at it and saw that it was good, and He was pleased with what He had made for us. Okay, so let's say a prayer. Bow your heads and repeat after me. Dear God, thank you so much for the earth that you made. Thank you for the sky and the land and the plants. Thank you for plants that give us food and plants that give us flowers so that we can enjoy them. We love you, God, and thank you for everything. Amen. Thank you for praying with me. I love you guys. I've been seeing some of you guys at church. Some of you have been coming to church with your families, and it's been so good to see you. If you're not coming to church yet, that's okay. You just stay home and stay safe, and when you feel comfortable coming to church with your family, we'll see you then. But it is good to see those people that I've seen at church. Okay, I have a craft for you, and we are going to make, let me put my books down here. We're going to make a basket of flowers. So some of the things that you will need are, we're just going to use some paper plates. So you're going to need a whole paper plate and a half of a paper plate. And I don't have my stapler out here, but you're going to cut the one in half and then staple the half plate all the way around here. Staple it right here. And that's going to make our little basket. And this is what we're making. And get you a marker, get Mom and Dad to write God made plants on your little basket. Then we're going to make some flowers and stick them down in our little pocket. So to make the flowers, you're going to need a green piece of paper for the stems. And then you can get any color of paper that you want to make your flowers. You can use I have these colors today, just whatever colors makes you happy. You can use those and make your flowers out of those colors. I have a yellow piece to cut little circles out of to make the middle of your flower. So it will look like this. We use the green to make the stems, and I have a pink and an orange and a purple flower. And then I cut out little yellow circles to put in the middle of my flowers and made my flower basket. So I hope you enjoy that craft, and I hope you've enjoyed the story today. And I'm so glad that you said that prayer with me. And just remember, anytime, anywhere, you can talk to God. If you take a little nature walk, or if you go to the river with your family, just thank God for the water. Just say, hey God, thank you for this water. Thank you for my family. Thank you for this time we get to be together. Thank you for protecting us. Thank you for giving us food. Just everything during your day you can thank God for. So just always remember to thank Him for everything. And remember that He loves you and I love you.